Tears flow freely these days. A mother and daughter adjusting to their new normal.
It's hard. Yeah, it's hard.
Luann Baker diagnosed with early onset dementia.
How old are you?
How old are you?
She's 65.
She's 65.
Luann moved from North Carolina to Nashua to live with her only child, 39-year-old Leah Jean Fournier, who is now her mom's primary caregiver.
Right. You got the zipper?
The once vibrant business owner, traveler, and paddleboarder now suffers from frontotemporal dementia.
What's your favorite thing to do?
Paddleboarding.
Paddleboarding?
Use the paddleboard.
Yeah. Were you good at it? I've never done that. Seems really hard.
As dementia progresses, caretaking becomes all-consuming.
It's really trying to keep their routine as simple as possible, make things as simple as possible, and having caregivers and staff understand what dementia is like. So I think how we approach them makes a huge difference in the trajectory of the disease.
And now there's a tool giving caregivers unique insight. Donna Rowe is a nurse practitioner at Rockingham County Rehabilitation and Nursing Center, where they run a virtual dementia tour. The simulation gives medical staff and family members a glimpse of what it can be like living with dementia.
I did want to kind of give you a heads up. It can be a very emotional experience.
Ken Wing and his staff prepare me. Gloves, glasses, and headphones. An 8-minute immersive experience. I'm a bit apprehensive as just 2 months ago, I lost my sweet mom to advanced stage dementia. A wonderful mother who raised 9 children with tender love and care. That's me she's holding in her arms. It was heartbreaking watching her struggle, and I strived to give her what I thought she needed. A challenge, having never walked in her shoes.
When you have that perspective of going through the tour, you have the empathy, the patience, the compassion and understanding.
I would now enter my mom's world, a chaotic jumble of mental decline. I was given 5 simple tasks, but with headphones filled with crackling noises, voices, and commotion, I couldn't hear what was asked of me. My physical and sensory abilities are altered as I navigate the messy room. I'm waiting on those instructions, pacing, anxious, feeling like my brain betrayed me. When I finally exit, I'm overcome by confusion, helplessness, and frustration. If only my mom could have left that room.
All right, welcome back.
Wow.
A debriefing with Ken gets me choked up thinking back on my mom.
And you feel like you're paying attention, but until you actually experience it, I mean, it's just tough, you know, because you don't want anybody to go through that.
Ken breaks it down.
We'll start with the headphones. That usually throws people off the most.
So I kept waiting, thinking, well, the noise is going to stop, and then a siren would come on super loud and it would startle me. Wow.
Uneasiness grew as minutes ticked by without the task list.
The idea was for you to go into that room knowing I'm supposed to do something, I just don't know what. Because a lot of our residents with dementia, that's how they feel.
Add to the noises swirling in my head, tunnel vision. Special glasses mimic macular degeneration.
A typical person with dementia needs about 3 times as much light as someone without dementia. So if you think about that for a second, right, you think about sundowning, right, and increasing confusion.
Daily life becomes more burdensome with a loss of dexterity. The gloves alter sense of touch.
Most people come out with kind of like that face like you did, like, wow, I had no idea, and now I do. And that's a really powerful feeling.
It's just kind of understanding a little bit more about what she's going through.
Yeah.
The experience changed Pat Gorski-Colson's approach after 49 years of working at the nursing home.
Good. How are you guys today? If they were wandering down the hall, you might just think that they're looking, wandering or what have you, but they could be really looking for something, And so I would approach them in a different way and ask them, can I help you?
1 in 9 people over the age of 65 will develop Alzheimer's.
Melissa Grenier from the Alzheimer's Association New Hampshire chapter calls dementia an invisible disease. The number of people living with it expected to double in the next few decades, taxing caregivers.
Caregivers have an incredible amount of strain. They have their own increased health problems. 28% of caregivers have depression.
Leah Jean and her mom are trying to find the right mix, a good balance, their heads and hearts in the right place.
I got you.
Got you.
We do the best we can every single day, right?